ask Orlando. Tonight we found ourselves outside a newly opened bookstore called Book into the Library, uh, where we will find this little lady on the bottom right looking through the windows in this bookstore for anything interesting. And take it away, guys.
So, Sirius has just arrived in his newly acquired Hummer, which he has parked about a block down, and he's calmly walking towards Mr. John Carl Zeffny's new bookshop, since he was invited to give it a visit, and he wished to have a quick chat with the kindred anyway.
John will be waiting inside the store in the front desk, just sitting there reading a book, waiting for Sir Sirius to come.
Sirius will arrive just outside the bookshop and give it a three good knocks at the door.
Amelia will notice Sir Sirius there and she'll look at him and be like, Yo, bro, what are you doing out here?
I have an appointment with Mr. Karzefny. Yourself?
Um, Mr. Who? I'm just window shopping, Looks like an interesting place. Lots of books.
And
Hey,
then
is
that's
that
when
place open?
John will open the door. Hello, we have been expecting you both.
Both?
You see him smile. Welcome.
Oh, fuck. Hello.
Hello,
Who might you be?
I'm John Galsefny.
Well, hi,
A good friend
John.
of mine.
I'm Amelia. Amelia
Hello,
Ross.
hello. We have seen you.
You have.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
in a dream once. It was interesting. Anyway,
I
welcome. You
hope it
two are the
wasn't
first.
sexual.
Our good colleague here is of Clan Malkavian, so it shouldn't surprise that he occasionally has visions.
Yeah, figured as much. Well, may I take a look see at your little
Welcome. You two are the
stash?
first kindred to have entered the new store. You see him smiling and he gestures you both to enter.
Sirius takes his Stetson off, nods, and enters.
I
And
hope you
Amelia will follow.
I hope you don't mind the mess. It's we are still trying to set it up.
Not at
Well,
all. Not
mess
at all.
isn't a thing, little John.
A thing.
Organized chaos is what you should call it. Works
Mm,
for me.
that's what my I guess my employee also said.
I like this guy already.
Mm. Anyway, welcome. Uh, feel free to peruse the books, and you can read them in the you can read them if you want. You can read here. You can take them out of the shelves and read them. Yep, Mister. I mean, serious, Sir, serious. If you would follow me, you can
Oh,
come too if you want, Miss Amelia.
Uh, what am I supposed to do exactly? Sorry.
if you wouldn't mind, my dear lady, I'd just quickly like to conclude some business. I have with
Can
Mr.
we
Calvin.
drop the dears and the ladies and all of that crap? I'm
How,
Amelia, just
uh,
Amelia.
As you wish, Amelia. I just quickly like to take care of a little business, and then afterwards you can have our charming friend all to your own.
That's fine. I'm just here for books.
If you need anything, uh,
Yeah,
we're just
yeah.
out of character. We should really give the dude a name. Let's just say insert name here for now. Let's call him Bob for now. Bob will be there to help you. He points at the back of the bookstore, and then he will lead Sirius to behind the door that leads to a basement.
He will follow.
We um we are curious what kind of things you would like, Sir Sirius. We have prepared some selections for you. I hope you don't mind the cover of it. It's the cheapest thing we have at the moment, so it will do for now. He lays out 10 books on a table in the basement. He shows you them.
Hmm, cute little cats. I guess that would definitely help throw off any nosy kindred who might be looking for something more grand. But if worst comes to the worst, I can have them rebound. Please show me. What? Yes, I did say that I was.
Pop, poof.
Well, um, what the fuck? Ripperoni.
Probably lost connection. Let's give it a minute.
Yeah. What would be a good name
Oh,
for.
there.
Oh,
Sorry about that. Cell phone has been playing up.
I was about to make a jingle and say we're having technical difficulties.
uh,
But yes, I was definitely interested in some of your books from your occult collection. What goodies have you got for me?
this one is about the werewolves and their moons. This one is about the ocean and the things that lives within.
Ooh. I definitely would like to take both if you don't mind.
Mm, sure, anything for a friend.
Oh, don't worry. I'll see that you are well compensated for your troubles.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to have anything else?
What would there? Well, there's 8 more books. This one is about the fairies
Oh,
and the
definitely.
trolls. It's highly
Always useful.
interesting.
Oh, definitely. Yes, I would like to add that to
This one is about the abyss and their beautiful things in the shadows.
to be forewarned is to be forearmed. I'd definitely like to add that to my shopping list as well.
Why don't I just give all of them to you? You seem to be interested in all of them.
That would be wonderful. And hmm, okay, this obviously took a lot of time. He has a quick perusal of them. Very nice handwriting. Excellent work, I have to say. Uh-huh.
Thank you. We're
He
happy that you like it.
he stands there, strokes his beard for a few moments, mumbles something to himself, nods silently to himself, and then he produces a checkbook. Would 2 million US dollars suffice?
Uh, I don't know. Isn't that a
Hmm.
little bit too much? They're just books.
Yes, but getting your hands on such knowledge tends to be quite difficult these nights. And in my opinion, that's knowledge worth the price.
Maybe for now, uh, for now you can have them without paying for them. For now, I'll go ask Alexandra or Eve how much it should. For fuck's sakes!
You know what? You know what? Because all good things come in threes, and he starts writing down 3 million US dollars, rips the check out, and goes 3 million US dollars. I think that should be perfectly adequate and also help you with any funding you might need
We
for
didn't.
your lovely library. I insist. I insist. And he gently pushes the check towards John.
She just looks at it, glares, like, what the fuck? We didn't think we would be making millions of dollars just by selling Hello Kitty books.
Ah, well, I'm full of surprises, and he smiles. Plus, you're a friend of mine. I would like to see that you're well set up.
Thank you kindly. If you'll follow me, we should go back upstairs so we can entertain our friend.
Oh, surely. And Sirius just takes the 10 books and puts them in his leather satchel, carefully closes it, and follows
Hopefully,
John back up.
we hope that this basement will be filled with other stuff soon enough.
I'll be looking forward to it.
And again, uh, how is your perusal, Amelia?
Oh, hey. I see you have quite the inventory here.
Yes,
Seems nice. How do you keep track of them?
we don't. Well,
Oh,
Bob,
really?
Bob does on that computer.
Okay. Is Bob any good with that? I can help you out if you want.
Well, Alexandra was the one who hired him, so he should be good.
Who?
Uh, a beloved friend.
Well, I believe I don't know many people in this city. I have met like Mr. Uh Sirius here, or was it Sir? I believe. Yeah, Sir Sirius. Sorry
Yes,
about that.
never mind.
I guess your
In,
proper title is, the proper way to be addressed, I suppose.
well, yes, I was knighted twice. Once during my life and once after my life by Lord Mithras himself, your war god. And he just chuckles.
Oh, I see you have a badass over here.
I would like to think that my ass is in good condition and not bad at all.
Oh, no, no, sir, that's not what badass means. That means like, badass, like cool, like awesome, like,
Oh, thank you for the compliment.
well, language has changed a bit since, you were uh in your prime, I guess.
Ah, well, yes. Yes, I have been accused of being a little bit anachronistic.
Well, that's fair. I mean, you said you were asleep for a time, right?
I went into torpor in the 1950s and only recently awoke.
Well, that makes lots of sense. Like, okay, if you need any help with catching up, well, it will be tough, but I can help you out.
You'd be surprised, there are a lot of documentaries about the decades that I've missed.
Oh, yeah, we have lots of that. However, what you see in these documentaries is not necessarily the truth. This is like the human perspective. Because in reality, many different things do happen. Now, regarding the store, though, I happen to notice that you haven't really done much when it comes to security.
He shrugs and he goes, um,
Well,
we had a friend that was supposed to handle the buying and taking care of security and stuff, but he seems to have left for New York and left us alone.
correct me if I'm
Oh,
wrong, but
sorry
since you
to hear that.
went, down into the basement, I'm, you know, deducting that there are some rare tomes there that you
There
want
are,
to be secured, correct?
it's only filled with SpongeBob and Hello Kitty.
Sorry, what?
You see him smile.
Uh,
Very lovely things.
Oh, yes, very cute.
I must be missing something here.
What exactly are you offering?
To make you a security system?
Hmm, how much would it cost?
Honestly, money is not really an issue. You
Hmm,
see, I'm finding myself not having too many things to do, and I already have way too much money that I don't know what to do with. So, you see, it would be a good time for me to be able to do some work on something that interests me, like creating a security system. You
hmm,
know, that kind of thing.
what about friendship? We can offer our friendship.
I'll take that. No issues there.
He's a
It
good
seems,
friend to have. He smiles.
it seems that she is correct again that we would be meeting someone lovely.
She who?
Don't worry about it too much.
Well, if you say so. Also, well, if you were really interested in finding, rare shit, I could possibly hook you up if I could,
That would be
dig up
lovely.
some things over the internet, you know, the other internet, not the one you know.
Is
That
there a
would,
kindred World Wide Web?
Oh, we have many World Wide Webs. There's the normal internet, then there's the deep web, there's the dark web, and then, well, there's the ShrekNet.
Wait, as in the Murnau film and the actor. What was his name again? Something Shrek. I remember seeing the original Nosferatu. Excellent movie, if some were quiet.
Uh, yeah.
Pardon me. Here is old me boring you.
we think it's very interesting.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's probably called ShrekNet because it's made by one of us originally.
I would assume
We're
so.
at the moment, upgrading it because,
Well, yes, you have to keep with the times.
exactly. Well, that's more like creating new trends and keeping with the times, to be honest, but it comes with the territory. Like, our clan is a bit, behind on the social shit, so We have to keep having other avenues. So we're doing well, thank you very much.
Glad to hear that.
You are one of the few Nosferatus I have ever met.
Really now? Well, to be honest, we do have quite a presence in the city. Not that big. We're just not very visible. I personally am very recent arrival. Came here to see what's going on with the Sabbat. Might have something on them, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure the sheriff would be more than happy to hear about that.
Yeah, I do have some information. But anyway, my friend Jason uh, has informed me of the situation here, and Sam and myself have arrived to offer our services to this fine city of yours. Very different climate here than Chicago. There was
I'd say so.
cold and windy. Here it's warm and humid and smelly. Okay.
Yes, the climate is definitely more agreeable. Trust me.
I
After
wouldn't
a
say
few.
agreeable, my dear. You haven't seen the sewers.
No, no, since those are traditionally Nosferatu territory, and I wouldn't want to encroach or,
Yeah,
yeah, you
what
know.
a magnificent and glamorous place to be.
It's not that bad compared to the Bayou.
Well, that's a nice positive attitude you have there, little guy. As he'll pinch his cheek.
Hmm, why does everyone do that?
Well, I don't think that I have done it so far.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Oh, well, you
Well, you
you
know,
haven't survived that long without deserving. How should I say? You deserve some respect. After all, you've survived so far,
how
and I
is an
would.
anti pinch disrespectful?
Hmm,
It's not disrespectful, it's just that everyone seems to treat me like a kid, mostly because of what I've been through, apparently.
oh well,
Oh,
you
that's.
officially count as a neonate, so I don't consider you a pup or a child at this point.
Well, if people treat you like a child, you have to take this and use it to your advantage.
It is very calming. It is a lot different than what I usually am treated with. Anyway, how long would it take to fix the store?
Well, depends on how deep you want to go.
How deep can
Personally,
we go?
oh my boy, I can turn this into a fucking fortress if you want.
That seems very interesting. It can be used for other things other than storing old musty books.
Okay, why don't you give me a tour and I'll come up with something for you. I'll give you some ideas.
Yeah. He'll give you a tour of the place. He shows you the break room where like the people the restroom and shit like that, and yeah, and he shows you the basement.
Okay, so here's what we need to do. You need a safety door here at the basement with keypad, high security keypad, not those cheap shits. And how about a panic room? Are you prone to danger? You know,
No, I don't think so.
in any case, probably even a vault where you can keep the more, uh, rare of the rare.
Valuable.
Exactly. Because now that I see your notebooks, I can understand what you were talking before, so you're transcribing tomes into these notebooks.
Ah, always hard to keep anything from a Nosferatu.
Well, this Nosferatu is not a simple Nosferatu. My brain is like a computer. It goes a bit fast.
If
Yeah,
anything happens, we just hope that we can burn everything.
well, in that case, perhaps you would need to create digital copies and have them hidden in probably a bank vault somewhere.
How much would it cost to get everything that you just said suggested?
Well, I don't know, but I don't need to charge you. It's just what I love doing. I just see a place and I like to make it secure. It gives me something to do. It keeps me occupied and my mind challenged, and that's what I need in my life right now because I've been bored out of my ass for the past couple of days.
We at least hope that we can pay for the things that you need.
I will let you know. Well, probably. Okay, like the doors and shit like that. Okay, it's easy to find the prices for. Then I'm gonna put a camera up front. Probably a closed circuit system for the inside so you can keep track of everything and everyone that comes in and out. Hook you up with a nice categorized system for your books because I don't know what you're using right now in your computer, but I can bet that it's going to be outdated. I mean, everything is.
Hmm.
Okay? You seem to know a lot of this stuff, so I'll believe you when you say stuff.
Well, I helped create most of them, so yeah, I'd assume so.
You are very
My own
interesting.
horn. Well, that's the thing. I was brought into this nice family for my, brains rather than anything else.
Maybe we can learn you someday. That would be very nice.
I mean, well, I guess in theory, you could probably connect a wire from your brain, my brain, to yours. Maybe if there was a device in the middle that would, take the information from my brain and turn them into data and then transfer them to your brain and transfer them into thoughts again, possible. Someday, maybe.
Usually talking just works for us.
That can work too.
We always remember, no matter what.
Oh, that is indeed very interesting.
A photographic memory.
Even if we forget, she whispers it. And if we forget for real, she screams it out of
You
our heads.
know, John, that is a very useful ability to have.
Hmm. Someone did suggest to me that I should probably try being a spy master. It's interesting, but it
Well,
seems
take it
too
from
much of a
me.
hassle.
The trade of information within our kind is very important. At the moment, we seem to dominate the field, but that doesn't mean we can't, let's say, outsource if need be. So,
You
if
know,
you come across anything interesting, you can always give me a call. And she will
pe-
produce a calling card and give it to John.
people have told us that it's sometimes better to just keep our mouths shut.
Oh, believe me, there is no better place to have your secrets held than with the Nosferatu. We don't part with them easily.
Hmm.
You know, I have heard of a Nosferatu once that they said controlled the birds, and the birds would whisper to him.
Well, many of our clan are able to control birds or mice or whatever. Not me though.
Hmm.
Think that is truly fascinating. Too bad we weren't able to meet him.
Well, I think Sam can. I can't. But I can take a beating like a motherfucker. He can't.
Oh well, animalism is not the sole preview of Clan Gangrel.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's also a characteristic of my clan, but I just didn't
It's a
develop it.
shared discipline, that is for sure.
I did, however, learn another of your clan's other disciplines
Oh, pray tell. I'd be most interested to see how you managed to get that.
from Jason.
Ah, from Mr. Davos.
Oh,
And
yeah. We
which
go way back.
discipline specifically?
Oh, don't worry. Your clan secrets are safe.
Oha,
As
oha,
I
some
say,
protein being given out here. You truly must have done him a great service.
oh no, I didn't say it was Protean. I said your clan's secrets are safe. As I said before,
Aha.
I can really take a beating.
Not bad, and I can really dish out a beating, or clawing, or mauling, or slicing, or shooting, whatever might be needed.
Well, in that regard, you'll find your match. Although
Hmm,
I guess I'm better at giving a punch.
fair enough.
Gangrels do have fascinating secrets. I have heard of their gatherings. Truly
Ah,
fascinating.
our moots. They are
Ooh,
quite something.
yeah, the Bruja have something similar too. They just get into a pit and they start biting each other. Ugh, weird
Hmm,
shit.
there's a reason why Bruja and Gangrel tend to get along.
Well, there are reasons why the Gangrel and the Nosferatu tend to get along.
Oh, absolutely. I've got great respect for your clan.
After all, we have a shared, how do you say that? Shared tragic history, let's say.
Ah, yes, the whole thing about high and low clans. Although we all come
Among
from
other
Cain.
things that
Very tragic
you
indeed.
reflected now as well. In this
Yeah.
very city, if you remember, Mr. Sir Hunt.
Thank you. Thank you for remembering.
Do you
Oh,
guys
I
know the
hardly forget.
story
What
of
story?
how he looks around, how your clan was taken, both of yours, very
Hmm.
young,
Oh,
by beautiful magic, interesting magic?
you mean about the
Horrifying.
gargoyles? Yes.
That old chestnut. Yes, yes. There are plenty in my clan who are still very. I'm trying to think of a slightly more modern word for it, but okay, I can't think of one. Reticent about the forcible transformation into gargoyles. Yes, by Clan Tremere. Yes, we do remember.
Well, I don't
Just
personally remember because I wasn't there at the time, but it's something
Nor
that it's
me,
passed along.
but
Certainly.
I heard the tales from my sire and my sire's sire. They they came across some poor unfortunate souls.
Nice song, too.
hmm,
Oh, are you referring to the Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen and the Walt Disney adaptation? Wasn't
Oh, you
wasn't
have
mine.
watched it.
I'm trying to catch up with the popular culture. Currently, I'm working my way through the 70s.
I must
The
say,
60s
Sir
were quite bizarre.
Sirius, I'm quite impressed.
Oh, oh.
And that's not an easy feat to achieve, so good on you. If you need any help, I can, send some help your way.
Um, Mind you, I wouldn't. Of course, we will probably have to work out what type of boons, but I would like to say I'd be interesting. I have recently acquired a rather nice mansion, and I thought updating some of the security might be a good place to go. Since you seem to be also quite knowledgeable, maybe you could show me some ways to harden my connection to the internet. I think at least that is the term used to make
Well,
it a little less easily hacked by others.
yeah, I can do that. I can certainly do that. Mind you, it will still be hackable by me, but what isn't?
Well,
uh,
and of course a mutual understanding that for the right price you wouldn't that I would have your word of honor that you wouldn't hack my system.
well, I wouldn't need to hack your system. I will create your system. The thing is, nobody will be able to hack your system because the system that you'll have is going to be one step ahead of whatever else exists.
I definitely
So,
like the sound of that. And what would you like in return? After all, I have my contacts. I can organize things.
well, why don't we just leave it in the air? And perhaps in the future, I may need assistance or information that you might be able to provide. And that would be enough for me. After all, it is my pleasure to assist my fellow kindred.
Hmm, I see. Well, there is this new thing. Well, new. It's not new at all. But would you be willing to accept my friendship, dear Amelia?
As I said, friendship is always a thing that is sought after, and I will gladly accept it.
In that case, I would say one friend helps another, one hand washes the other, and I would thank you. I feel just a moment, my telephone.
Yep,
Ah, friendship. It's better than boons, better than money.
I agree. I don't like how everything in our society has to be so transactional.
Since you are now a friend, we will look out for you and listen to the whispers.
So, what do your whispers say? Can you see what will happen?
I don't control it.
There we go.
I have to wait for her to tell me things.
Alright then. I
Mm.
guess Sir Sirius who can shake on that. As he will extend
Oh,
a hand.
absolutely. He takes the hand. He has reduced his strength down to 3 so that he doesn't crush it in her hands, but
Um,
gives
Come
her.
on.
Okay, uh, at her comment
Like
going like,
seriously. Uh, uh, I have like strength 4 and potence 5. I don't
God
think that
damn.
there's any issue
well,
there.
pardon. Well, in that case, he will actually ratchet it up to 6 and shake your hand.
Firm grip.
Oh, as behooves a sir, definitely. But yes, Oh, of course. I think you should still have my calling card, so I'd say at some point we see that we can have a bit of a get together. I'll allow you a good look of the premises, and then we'll see what we can do.
Agreed. Let me finish with the kid, and then we
Oh,
can.
oh, oh! Please,
Yeah.
please. Sorry.
And
It
please,
it,
you,
it,
you
it
take
was
my
that
calling
blooming
card too.
Setite.
Oh
He has
yeah, don't
been
worry.
he's been giving me SMS all night, and he doesn't even believe in Jesus. Why? Just
Uh,
anyway. Please continue.
I don't know about that. How did this guy get your number anyway?
Ah, they're Setites. They have their ways and means. It is most annoying. I already told him I don't want to be solicited.
Where
Well,
this is from a satellite. He shows you
Yes.
his phone with a message of something about Jesus.
Oh, mother! Pardon my French.
no need to apologize
Yes,
here.
that charlatan.
Yeah, I do enjoy me some French too.
Sirius looks at Amelia, first a bit puzzled, and then slowly a realization comes over his face. And could it be possible? Is he slightly blushing? Well, it's always difficult to say with those kindred.
Oh,
Oh God. So have a fake Jesus person and a real Jesus person. Interesting city.
Oh, absolutely. At some, I am horribly tempted. How should I say? Loki is sitting on my shoulder and tempting me to have the twain meet. Something tells me that Miss Amberlyn Bullfinch might not take too kindly to such impostors.
Well, if my information is correct, Miss Amberlin is quite young. I don't think it would be a good idea to set her on a set. Poor girl.
You're right. You're right. And he just symbolically flicks something off his shoulder. Yes. Nah, that wouldn't behoove me. You're right. Thank you.
Now, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't prank the fucker.
Oh wait, pranking. Isn't that a speciality of your clan? And he and his head moves towards John.
hmm. Since you seem to be working for uh, trying to remove the Sabbath, John will like slowly walk towards Amelia and lean to her ear, and he'll whisper, "Be careful of the lady in the magical tower." And then he's gonna smile at you and he's gonna go back to the spot where he was.
Well, thank you for the warning. I will say I do have some information about a certain lady, and it's quite disturbing to say the least.
She's
Oh
not well
dear.
at the moment. You should be careful.
Well, I will. You don't have to worry about me. I made it as far.
Yes. Uh, Look at us, a group of friends chatting nicely together. I'm feeling a little bit more human by the minute.
When Sirius says that, Amelia is going to drop her mask. Say, me too. Oh, wait, what happened?
Very fascinating.
Surprisingly, there is no flinching coming from Sirius.
Well, Sirius has seen her before, right?
Yes,
Oh, she was in the mask though. Yeah.
yeah. So, ah, and thus our masks fall.
Well, I don't particularly like wearing a mask. I'm quite fond of my grotesque physique, let's say. Not that I can see it, but
Oh,
it gets
trust
some.
me,
It does get
it's
some weird looks, and I love it.
mm, just please take that as a compliment. I always found that the Nosferatu's appearance has got a refreshing honesty to it. It it has something straightforward, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like if you take a chicken and you put it in a blender, blend it real quick, and then throw it on a wall.
Oh well,
Nice.
you should see some of my clan. They look positively redonkulous.
Hmm.
At least our clans no longer have to wear anything when it's Halloween. They can just
Quite
be
true.
themselves. Beautiful.
Well, it's still
Hmm.
a big risk, I would say.
I think if no one else, the Toreador would have a word to say about that. Yeah, yeah, the pretty little
Oh,
bloodsuckers.
yes. Little degenerates. Ah, they're
Hmm.
cute though, you have to admit. Nice to
Mine.
look at. I like
Hmm.
how they flinch when I pass by them.
Oh, it's just
The
between the
young
two of
ones.
us. Actually, the three of us. It always gives me a little bit of a kick to see them squirm.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's mostly the young ones. Like the old ones, they know how to keep a poker face.
Oh well,
Not that they're
well,
not
yes, you would
thinking
hope so.
it.
Quite true. Quite true.
I hope
Hmm.
I'm not scaring you, John.
No, it's fine. We've seen many of uh, weirder stuff.
Good. I would like to have myself sketched at some point. I'd
It
like to
is
see what I look
fascinating.
like nowadays. Been some time.
Hmm.
You're the
That
first
is.
one I've ever seen to show their true form.
Really?
I don't meet many Nosferatu.
Well, many of our kind aren't very proud of our true nature or true face, let's say. Well, maybe if I could see it, I wouldn't be either, but since I can't, doesn't really matter.
Amelia, would you mind if I test something? This cellular phone I have, it has a camera function. I was always curious if any
I
kindred would show up.
No, better not do that. A picture in digital format, not easy to lose. Now, if you had a Polaroid, maybe I'd let you, but yeah.
Oh, as fate would have it, and he produces a at that point slightly, it's a few years old, instant, those instant cameras where you press and then the picture comes out. May I?
Of course you'd have that Inspector Gadget.
Who's
Fine.
Inspector Gadget?
It's a cartoon.
Aha.
Maybe we should sell you some comic books like Superman and Batman. And like
Those I do know. They were around since the 30s. I used to be quite a fan of the detective.
we sell some comic books if you'd like some. Mostly from Marvel and Image Comics though.
Ah, hmm. I'll come. I'll get back to you. Who knows? Maybe for some light reading.
I mean, yeah. John, give the guy some time. He has lots of catching up to do. 50 years, 50 years, you know?
Yes. Yes. Mind you, I am quite curious to find out what happened during the 80s. I've been hearing from the
The
mortals
question
that it
is
was
what
quite.
didn't happen during the 80s?
What I have read, it's a lot of cocaine.
Oh, please. Cocaine has been going around since the late 60s. Like the
Yes.
70s and 80s were like an endless fucking party.
Mm. And let's not forget, Freud was known for his coke habit.
Yeah, that too. His coke habit
Let's
and his
yeah.
obsession with cock.
Ah, yes, yes, the penis envy. I personally have to say I'm a bigger fan of Mr. Jung. Beg your pardon, Professor and Dr. Jung. Very interesting concepts about the shadow self.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't mind having a penis back in the day. It wouldn't have taken me as long as it took me to get into the fucking university, even though I was better than all the other fuckers. But anyway,
Yes, times were
that's all in the
different back then.
past.
Yes, the past is dead, the present is now, and let's cheer to the future.
So, what were you saying?
Whom?
We were talking about cocaine.
Oh no, before that. Before that. Ah, fuck it, I forgot.
Hmm. John
But
is not
yes,
gonna say anything.
we, yes, comic books and stuff. But I would say, give me maybe a month or two, and I should be caught up. And Amelia, if you could give me at some point maybe a brief run. Ah, yes, of course, picture. I wanted to take a picture, if you don't mind.
Sure.
He goes, gestures her a few steps back, a little bit to the left. Perfect.
Yes, he makes some weird poses.
Fair enough. And say cheese. Pre-
Emmental.
presses. The picture comes out. He takes it out, shakes it a little bit, and gives you gives you the Polaroid.
Huh. Okay, I guess I got a few more scars since last time. Have quite a collection.
We are
Hmm.
curious though. How long does it take to do that to your body when you get turned?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
Hmm. Yes, that would be very rude. Never mind.
No, no, no. Come now. Don't be shy. If you have a question, go ahead. And by the way, we need to destroy this picture.
Can I have it?
Masquerade and all that. You can look at it and, you know,
Well, to be fair, with his memory, once he's seen it,
exactly. You can
and
look at
there
it
you
and
go, John.
then you can destroy it.
So he takes the Polaroid, gives it to John, gives him a few moments to properly look at it,
Scan it.
and yeah, then he'll take it and say, "I'll just quickly go back into the alley," and he'll burn it.
But yeah, what did you want to ask, John?
How long does it take for your body to get deformed, to change, to shift?
Well, it's pretty instant actually. Like it happens during the embrace. Now, in my case, I do have some extra scars. I guess something went wrong and just I don't properly fully heal, I suppose. Like I heal, but scars are left behind.
We wonder what it looks like for such a thing to happen. Will it look like a lupine? How very curious. We want to see someone get tired as a Nosferatu.
And Sirius returns just hearing the words "get sired" by Nosferatu.
I don't think that this is something you'll ever be able to see, my dude.
It's very seldom for anyone who isn't there and of the clan to see how somebody of a different clan gets sired. It is
I
most rare,
mean, you
and
don't
it's
see
private.
other people of your clan getting sired. It's a very private and intimate affair, you know.
We just hope one day we get to see it. It might take a few years, a few hundred even.
I
It
mean,
might happen. You
you
never
might
know.
learn how to do the telepathic shit, and maybe you can see it through someone else's mind.
Hmm,
Maybe, I don't know.
that would be
Then,
interesting
yeah.
to learn someone through just peering into their mind.
Hmm, yeah. And I'll give you a little free heads up here. When you are in Elysium, probably don't bring up that subject. Other kindred might get unnerved by it.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of a friend would I be not to point out possible faux pas?
Well, yeah, if there's anything that you question yourself whether you should say it or not, maybe it's best not to say it in places where people that you not don't necessarily trust, let's say. You know?
My father had a good saying about that. Words are like arrows loosed from an arrow. Once cast, you can't call them back.
You can surely miss, though.
Oh, absolutely. Excellent wordplay.
She has taught me not to speak too much, but only do so if I am in the presence of people I think I should trust. She taught me to listen. Listening is better than opening your mouth. You get to learn more
Oh,
if you
yes.
listen.
That is really uh, smart
That is,
advice.
yes, that it is. And of course, the art at the end of the day is to know when to speak and when not. Once you have mastered that, it's going to be easier.
I've been told I'm very terrible at that.
Practice, practice, my good fellow. Practice makes perfect.
I've been told I'm good at listening, though.
That you are.
A lot of them tends to keep me away so I don't hear. We find it amusing.
So, since we are friends now, some a little longer, some a little briefer, I would like to let you know that if any of you fine fellows would like to learn a bit of animalism, for example, that you would be in good hands with me. It's also one of those where one does not have to consume the vitae of another to gain the ability. Some gifts are shared across the clans.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I, I can easily, you know, adapt to it. But I haven't learned it for a century. Why would I do it now? I'm good as it is. Not really feeling the need to control animals or whatever. Just
It's fine. It's
it gets a
fine.
bit too crowded, you know.
The way
Oh,
you used it to calm our friend was very, it seems very useful.
yes. How if I wanted to, I could also incite it in other kindred. I could roil up their beasts, but I can also calm. And let's face it, when we're in Elysium and we have got a delegate of the Giovanni in there, having a Bruger going full on rage mode, I think the term is.
Oh, I heard about that. What
Yeah,
was that
I,
about?
I had to pull her out of frenzy, and I have to say, I can understand why she did, but the timing was just the worst.
It's a problem with brewers. They can't really control that kind of thing.
They have a harder time of it, yes, but I felt that it was only prudent to calm her down, and thank Odin, it worked.
We wish to learn that someday. The only thing we know how is how to suppress emotions. We thought it would work on things like us.
Well, the beast is more than just our emotions. It is very much a fiend in our chest. It has a mind of its own.
It
For
helps
most,
sometimes.
it does. but it will only help when it's in its own interest.
It is also useful for trying to know people, increasing their emotions.
That is quite true. But never forget, it's only out for its own good. With enough practice, you can get a reasonable handle on it. But it's not something learned from one night to another. And so I've heard from members of other clans, it doesn't always really speak to you fellows, not like the way it does to us gangrel. There is a tiny secret for you to keep.
Hmm.
What do you mean it speaks to you?
Oh, when it tries to whisper temptations in my ear, that's not metaphorical. It
Oh,
genuinely speaks.
very interesting insight.
It's kind of like my friend, I guess.
Yes and
Yeah, only in the sense that the
no.
beast is not really a friend. It's more like
Exactly.
an enemy most of the times.
Yes.
Sometimes
But
she tempts me to do terrible things. Sometimes it can be fun, sometimes it can be terrible.
um well, never forget that at the end of the night, you have the choice if you go through with what is suggested or not.
Yes, we have
Uh,
learned that.
You're in
A
charge after all.
exactly. And never
lesson I have
forget
learned.
that. Never forget that. Because after all, the choices we make and the actions that follow are a reflection of who we really are.
Well, it seems that we've been here in the basement for a couple of hours now. Shall we go out? I can show you um, Jason's place.
Oh, yes, please.
He has a bar. It is pleasant there.
That sounds wonderful.
Good. I'll tag along, know where it is. I'll see you guys there. And still put the mask back on and walk back up.
Yeah,
And I think that's a
and
good place to.
yeah,
Agreed.
Yeah, close the fucking curtain. Or whatever you call it. If I'm able to. There we go. So, thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. This has been another scene of Unmask Orlando. See you all next time.